This is an old but big buffalo bull. You can see his horns are rounded off a bit. Look at his ears. He looks like he's been fighting Mike Tyson. But he's big. Some of these bigger bulls weigh as much as 850 kilos. That is a whole scrum. That is 8 big men. And he looks at you as though you owe him money. And you don't just walk up to him and catch him. There are lion prides which hunt buffalo, and there are lion prides which don't hunt buffalo. Some of them have hunted them before and they got hurt and they don't want to play anymore. There's a pride in Botswana, the top end of the Okavango Delta, if you know where that is. It's a marshy area. The pride there is excellent buffalo hunters. They're hunting an area where there's lots of water and lots of substantial islands and thousands of buffalo. Now we sit behind them. There's 7 lionesses in the pride at the moment. They generally hunt the buffalo as they come out of the water. So as these buffalo exit, you watch each lioness. She drops in flat. A lioness can go in like a carpet. There's a friend of mine who says they're flat lionesses, and they're very flat lionesses. She looks for perches with the back leg. The whole neck extends like that. The head steadies, the eyes focus, and the lionesses start to shake. 7 lionesses are quivering like this. Sometimes they shift their shoulders. They are so focused on what we would call goals that it is scary. You don't find in the middle of a buffalo hunt, you know, one lioness that suddenly decides to catch warthogs around the side here somewhere. And if you're hunting these guys, you must all hunt the same thing. Otherwise, you get killed. You don't get hurt, you get killed. One of the prides I've been following for years, one of the big lionesses got killed 2 weeks ago by a buffalo. Sir, obviously this goal is important. So we hand out another piece of paper. We like pieces of paper. We say, please write down the goal. The goal? Another headache. Now he's got 2 headaches. From the statistics we take, which are not that big, so maybe we're slightly out, but not dramatically, 40% of the average team, it varies a lot from team to team, but 40% of the average team cannot write the correct goal down. Not do it, write it down. That means of every 10 people, 4 think they're doing something else. The world record that I've ever got was 8 out of 10 different goals. And the 2 that happened to be the same were wrong. So the only 2 people who've got any chance of cooperating are doing the wrong thing. But at least they're doing it together. Here you go. You've got 2 warthog hunters. So I went back to asking questions because we've learned a lot from just asking and asking questions over and over. This one was more difficult. I asked a lot of questions. I also read thousands of mission statements, vision statements, goal statements. All I really came away with was people are very particular about what they called. I have read thousands of those things. Let me tell you, the bulk of them, I don't blame people for forgetting. They are so mundane that it is frightening. So I went back to normal life. Now, I got a friend of mine, a guy called Mike. And you're going to recognize Mike in somebody you know. If you walk down the street with Mike, and let's just make a fictitious meeting with James. You say, James, this is Mike. Mike, this is James. They shake hands. You grab Mike, you pull him aside. You say, what's his name? He says, I don't know. I'm not joking. A microsecond after he's been introduced, he has no idea what his name is. But if you walk down the street with Mike, and you walk into some stunning woman, and you say, Mike, this is Louise. Louise, this is Mike. he will remember her name for the rest of his life. And if you're walking through the bush, if you guys go on to the bush and they drop you in the bush by mistake and you're hungry, you're walking around there and your friend grabs you and says, hey, let's catch that. What? He's going to say, no, we catch that, we'll eat for a month. But I'll say, yeah, that thing looks like it wants to kill me. I want 40 more guys. And I want some big boys. And I want someone who's caught that before. But if you're walking 5 minutes later and someone grabs you and says, hey, what are you guys doing? You're not going to say, I don't know. You're going to say, this idiot here thinks we're going to catch that. And I start to believe that for people just to remember what they are trying to do, those goals had either better be stunningly attractive or big and dangerous. Otherwise, people forget what they're doing. I hope I don't stand on any toes here, because it's possible. But I attend a lot of strategy sessions worldwide. I travel a lot. And in lots of them, they hand out a little piece of paper. It's got the mission or the vision or the goal or something written on it. They've laminated it, and they tell you to keep it in your pocket. It's like I'm in trouble here. Yeah. I presume that's so that if you forget what you're doing, you can have a look. Can you imagine a lioness stalking through the bush? Hal, what are we doing? Oh, let's have a look. Then she says, we're hunting buffalo, guys. I prefer last year's card.